Hello guys, welcome back. So far actually we have completed our project. Okay, so now from this video actually we'll be doing the deployment. So in this video actually I will tell you what are the deployment like steps I will be following. Okay, so first of all here we'll be deploying these projects to AWS cloud. Okay, Amazon Web Service. So first of all we'll be building the Docker image of our source code. Then we'll like push this Docker image to the ECR. Okay, so here I'm going to use one service called ECR, that means Elastic Container Registry. Okay, and after that I will launch one EC2 machine. So if you don't know, EC2 is a virtual machine. Okay, so after launching this EC2 we'll be setting up our self-hosted runner. Okay, I will tell you what is self-hosted runner whenever we'll be creating. Then we'll be pulling these images, okay, from ECR in our EC2 machine. Okay, then we'll launch this Docker image in our EC2 machine. Okay, then we'll be doing some port mapping, or you can talk about we'll be doing some networking setting. Okay, security setting. Then it will be accessible from the public side. Okay, so yes guys, this was our whole deployment steps. Okay, we'll be following. And one thing I just want to tell you here, the CI/CD like tool we'll be using, which is nothing but GitHub Action. Okay, so by using GitHub Action we'll be like doing the continuous integration and continuous deployment. Okay, so whenever you will be pushing your code to your GitHub, so it will automatically get deployed to your AWS cloud. Okay, so this kinds of CI/CD pipeline will be implementing. Okay, so guys, before starting the deployment, actually we need two files here. One is our Docker file and one is our this one, our main.yaml file. Okay, so this YAML file will help us to do the deployment, CI/CD deployment using the GitHub action. Okay, so first of all, let's create one Docker file here. So let me create inside my project folder. So I'll just create one Docker file. Just name this file as Docker file. Okay, so inside that I already prepared the Docker commands. Okay, so these are the Docker commands actually you need to write. So basically here I'm taking one image, Python 3.7 Slim Blaster. Okay, then first of all I'm running one command, apt update. Basically it will update your apt package manager. Then it will install AWS CLI. Okay, because to do this like you can say deployment, okay, in our AWS console we need AWS CLI. Okay, that's why we will be installing this AWS CLI also. Then I'm creating one working directory. Then I'm copying everything inside the working directory. Okay, that which is nothing but app. Then I'm like installing my requirement.txt. Then I'm running my application. Okay, so that's it. So these are some like basic command you need to execute in your docker file. Okay, and it will automatically create your Docker image. So it is done. Now what I will do, I will create one file inside this workflows. Okay, so let me create. So I'll click on workflows, and here I will create one file called main.yaml. Okay, and now actually you can remove this keep file. Okay, git keep file, because this file is not required because we have already created the main.yaml. So let me delete this. So I'll just remove this git.keep file. Okay, so now actually you need to mention some of the workflows here. Okay, so these kinds of workflows actually will get from the internet itself. Okay, if you just search like CI/CD deployment with GitHub action in AWS, so we'll get these are like you can say workflows commands. Okay, so this is actually what I just modified a little bit. Okay, well, with respect to my project configuration, so you can use this workflows in your every project you are creating. Okay, it will work fine for you. So here if you see, I kept three steps. Okay, one is like your continuous integration. Basically inside continuous integration it won't be do anything. Okay, so inside continuous integration actually it won't be performing anything. It will just echoing some of the command. Then I'm running this continuous delivery. Okay, and it is dependent on this continuous integration. Okay, here if you see, it is dependent on this integration, because if your integration fails, okay, then it won't be running. Okay, otherwise it will run. Okay, so every steps will perform. If it is successfully executed, then it will start. Okay, that's how actually I'm performing. Then inside continuous delivery, what I'm doing, so here I'm just running some of the command. I'm updating my package manager and all. Then I'm like logging with my AWS okay account. Here if you see, programmatically I'm logging with the AWS account. Then I'm logging with my Amazon ECR, that means Elastic Container Registry. Okay, then here actually I'm building my image. Okay, build and pushing my image to my ECR. Okay, so these are the tasks actually we are performing. Now this is the last steps actually. This is called actually continuous deployment. So here actually what I'm doing, again I'm logging with my AWS console. Then I'm logging with my ECR. Then I'm pulling that image from my ECR. Okay, and what I'm doing, I'm running that image, okay, inside my EC2 machine. Okay, so one thing actually I will just comment it out, this line. Okay, because initially you need to comment it out, because initially we won't be having any kinds of container running. Okay, so this code actually, so this workflow actually, what it will do, it will try to stop the container initially, but we won't be having any container, so that's why it throws some error. So that's why you need to comment it out. Let's say you have deployed for the first time. Okay, for the second time, whenever you will be doing some changes and will be doing the deployment, at that time you need to uncomment this code. Okay, now one thing, you need to just modify your project name. So here if you see, I've just given as simple app. Okay, so you can although keep this simple app, otherwise you can also change your project name with respect to your project name, okay, you are creating. So in this case actually I'm creating cat dog. Okay, so you can also give cat dog here. So let me give, so I'll just press Ctrl F, and wherever I have this simple app, okay, I'll just try to replace with my cat dog. Okay, cat dog, because my project name is cat dog. Okay, that's why I'm doing this thing. If you are creating with other name, you can also provide. Okay, it's not necessary. Yeah, I think all the simple app I have changed with cat dog. Okay, now see, there is no results. So that's how actually you can change. Now everything is fine, and make sure this port number, so I have mentioned, I think 8080, port number 8080. Okay, yeah, it's fine. Now here also I have mentioned port number 8080. I'm doing the port mapping 8080. Okay, so this is going to be same as it is. Okay, you don't need to change anything here. Okay, so everything will work fine in this case. So now we can start our deployment. Okay, so for this actually what I will do, I will go to my AWS console. Okay, so I have already logged in with my AWS console. You can also log in with your AWS console. Okay, so for this actually you need the AWS account. So try to create one account. Okay, first of all it will take your credit card. Okay, you need to add your credit card, but initially actually you won't be like charging. So they will provide some of the free trial access. Okay, then you can use those free services. Okay, so the first thing what you need to do, I already like updated your readme. If you see your project, if you open up your project, I already updated the readme, like how to run this project. Okay, every command I have mentioned here. Okay, now here one thing I have mentioned, AWS ACD deployment with GitHub action. Okay, all the deployment steps also I have added here. Okay, so I'll be following these steps only. So the first thing what I need to do, I need to log in with my AWS console. I have already logged in. Then I need to create one IAM user. Okay, for the deployment. So let's create one IAM user. So I will come here, and here I need to search IAM. Okay, let's search IAM. IAM means like identity access management. Okay, so here actually, instead of giving like all the access of my account, okay, I want to give some like specific access. Okay, for this deployment. So that's why I'm creating one IAM user. Okay, so let's do it. So here left hand side you will see the user. Just click on the user. Okay, now here I will click on add user. Okay, now you just give your username. So in this case I will give cat dog. Okay, cat dog user. You can give any name, and once it is done, now just click on next. And here if you see, you will see attach existing policy. Okay, we need to add some policy here. So the so here actually you need to add two policies. So these two policies I have already mentioned here. If you see inside the policy section, so you need this ECR, that means elastic container registry full access. Okay, so let me search here. So I'll just copy and paste it here, and I'll press enter. Okay, if you just press enter, you will see this one, Amazon EC2 container registry. Okay, I will just select it. Once you have selected it, now just try to remove this thing. Okay, now it is already selected. Now the second thing, I also need to give the permission, which is nothing but EC2 full access. Okay, because we'll be also using the EC2 service. So as I already mentioned, okay, from the very first of this video. Okay, then I will again press enter. So it will come, I will select, and I will remove this thing. Okay, now it's done. Now what I will do, I will click on next. Now here if you see permission summary, I have added this to policy. Okay, if you're using some other services, okay, you can also give the permission, but in this project actually I'll be using this to service only. Okay, for this deployment. Now it's done. Now I'll just create user. Okay, so user has been created. Now if you see, this is my cat dog user. I will click here. Now actually here I need to download my access key and secret access key. Okay, so for this what I will do, I'll go to security credential. Now here you have access keys. Okay, now just click on create access keys. Now here everything I will be performing from command line interface, which is nothing but CLI. I will select the first one, then I will just click on next. First of all, you need to give the permission. I understand the above recommendation. Then I will click on next. Now just keep it as default. Now just click on create. access keys. Okay, now this is your access keys. Now I will just download as CSV file. Okay, now keep this CSV file safe, because this CSV file actually I need, okay, later on. Now we have successfully created the IAM user, okay, for the deployment. Now what I need to do, uh, third step, I need to create ECR repository to store my Docker image. Okay, so let's do it. So I'll come here and I will search ECR. Okay, ECR. I think ECR it should be Elastic Container Registry. Okay, I will go inside. Now here I will click on create repository. Let's keep it as private, and you need to give the repository name. So I'll just give cat dog. Okay. Now everything should be default. Now I'll just click on create repository. Okay. So cat dog has been created. Now make sure you have copied the URI. Okay. So I'll just click on copy, and you just save it. Okay, like anywhere, so that you can use it later on. Okay. So I will save it here. So inside the README, actually I already saved this thing for my previous project. So I'll just try to replace here. Okay. Mm, yeah. So here, let me save it. Just keep it in a txt file. Just save it. Okay, this URI I need later on. Okay, so I'll just save it here. Control S. Okay, so that I won't be losing this information. Okay, so yeah, it's done. So we have created the ECR repository. Now what I need to do, I need to create my EC2 machine. Okay, so I'll again come here and I will search for EC2. EC2. Okay, so here I will click on launch tense. Okay, just give the instance name. So I'll just give cat dog. Okay, cat dot machine. I will give. Now just select the Ubuntu machine. Okay, I'll select the Ubuntu machine and keep it as default. And instant. And here you need to select the instance type. Okay. It will depends upon your project size. If your project is bigger at that time, you just go with the bigger instance. Okay. Otherwise, you can go with medium instance. So in this case, actually, what I will do, I will take this T2 large, because at least I need 8 GB memory, because here we are also doing the training, right? So let's take this T2 large. Okay, I'll take this T2 large. You can also take like other one. Okay, but at least for this project I need 8 GB like RAM. Okay, so that's why I've taken this one. Now here actually you can select the key pair. If you have already key pair, you can select. Otherwise, you can just create a new key pair. Okay, I will just click on create and enter the key pair name. Let's give cat dog. Okay, now just create the key pair. That's it. Okay, now it will download one pem file. Let's say in future, if you want to access your instance, okay, from your local machine itself, so you need this file. Okay, but I won't be like accessing my machine from my local host, from my local machine. Okay, so that's why I don't need this thing. Okay, but at least you need to create this thing, so that actually you can go ahead with. Okay, so here I will search cat dog. Okay, just make sure you have selected this key pair. Now once everything is done, now also check mark these two things, allow HTTPS traffic and HTTP traffic. Now here you need to select your like volume. Okay, like your storage size, how much you need the storage. So I will give 32 GB. Yeah, 32 GB is, I think it's fine. Now everything is fine. Now I'll just launch instance. Okay, now I will click on view instance. So this instance status is like pending. So I'll just keep on refreshing here. It should be running. Okay, then I will go inside. Yeah, now state is running. Now I'll click on this instance ID. Okay, now here you will see one button called connect. So let's click on connect. Then I will simply click on connect. Okay, so it will launch one terminal for me. Okay, so we have successfully launched our EC2 machine. Now what I need to do, I need to open my EC2 machine and install Docker inside EC2 machine. Okay, so these are the command you need to execute. Okay, so let's do it. So this is my terminal. This is my Ubuntu machine we have launched. Okay. So now let's do the installation. So first of all, I need to run these two commands. So I'll copy. Make sure you are following the exact process I'm showing. Otherwise, you might face some issue. Okay. So basically here I'm updating my package manager. Okay. So you need to update it also. Now I'll just right click and click on paste. Okay. It will paste here. This is the second command I'm running, and give why. That means you want to do it. Now, if you are getting these kinds of window, just press enter from the keyboard. Yeah, it's done. Now I'll clear. Okay, now let's see what are the commands are left. Okay, I need to execute this three to four command. Okay, let's copy, paste. Let's copy one by one and do the setup. So basically, I'm installing Docker. Okay, because initially you won't be having any Docker. Okay, in this new machine you have launched. Okay, so that's why you need Docker. It's done. That's clear. Now I'll copy this command. Okay, so our Docker has been installed successfully. Now if you want to check, just write Docker space hyphen hyphen version. Okay, so it should show the version. See, this is the version. That means our Docker has been installed successfully. Okay, now what I need to do, I need to configure my EC2 as self-hosted runner. Okay, so for this actually I need to go to my project setting. So let's go to my project. So this is my project. So uh, let me make a copy of this. Okay, so what I will do, I'll open in a new tab so that I can see the deployment step. Okay, because here actually I'll be doing the setup. Okay, now let's open my project. Now what I need to do, I need to go inside my settings of my project settings of your repository. Make sure this project is presented inside your GitHub repositories. Okay, not in my repositories. Now inside that you will see one action. Okay, so action option is there. So this is the action. Now you need to click on runner. Okay, runner and new self-hosted runner. So there is a runner, and here is a new self-hosted runner. Okay, so I'll click here. Now you need to select Linux machine from here. Now you need to execute these are the command. Okay, in your EC2 machine. Okay, so let's copy the first command first of all. So basically what I'm doing here, I'm just connecting my GitHub with my uh, AWS. Okay, so that actually whenever I will be commit my code, okay, in my GitHub, it will automatically get deployed to my EC2 machine. Okay, so that's why I'm making the connection. So these are the command actually you need to execute to make the connection. So let's again come here and copy the second command. And that command. Now is the last command. Okay, so now I need to run these are the command also. So I'll copy and let me paste it. Yeah, so now here you just need to keep it as default. Just press enter from your keyboard, and you need to give your enter of the runner name. So I'll just give self hosted. Okay, self hyphen hosted. Okay, make sure you are giving this name, and everything should be default. Just press enter and again press enter. Okay, now it's done. Now I will run this last command. Yeah, so it has connected with my GitHub and listening for the jobs. Okay, that means we have completed these steps also, like configured EC2 as self-hosted runner. Now I need to set up my GitHub secret. Okay, so let's do it also. So again I will come here. So left hand side you will see something called secret and variable. Okay, now click on action. Now here you need to set your secret. Now here just click on new repository secret, and I have already mentioned like what are the secret you need to add. The first secret you need to add, which is nothing but AWS access key ID. So I'll copy the name. Make sure you just copy the name, okay, not the equal sign. Then I will open my here, just give the key name, and you need to also provide the value. Okay, so where I will get the value, I think you remember we downloaded one CSV file. Okay, so let me open the CSV file inside download. So this is the CSV file we have downloaded. Okay, so I will just double click to open, and so this is my access key ID. Okay, so I'll just copy the access key ID. So before the comma, actually this is the access key ID and this is the secret key ID. Okay, I'll copy, I'll come here, I'll mention inside the value. Okay, then I will add secret. Okay, it's done. Then I'll again create a new repository secret, and the second thing I need my AWS secret access key. Okay, let's copy. Then I will again open this my notepad and copy the secret access key before the comma. Okay, then I need my AWS region. So let me copy the region. So just check it which region you are in. So for me, actually, I'm inside. If I click here, so this is the region actually, North Virginia. That means US East one. Okay, so you just see your region. Okay, based on that, actually, you just write the region name. Okay, so for me, it's US East one. Okay, I will just write this name. If you are inside Asia Pacific Mumbai, so just write AP South one. Okay, so I'll write this US East one. So he'll come here. So I've already written. I think I'll just copy the name. Add secret. New repository. Then I also need to add my AWS ECR login URI. Okay, I think you remember we saved one URI. So let me open my README. So this is the URI. Just copy till this.com. Okay, and mention the secret here. All right. Now the last thing I need my ECR repository name. Okay, I'll just copy the name. New repository name, and this is the name. Okay, just cat dog. Just select the cat dog after the slash and paste it here. Okay, so that's it. I think now if I show my deployment steps, so everything is done. So we are ready to commit our code. Okay, now see, we have configured everything for the CI/CD. Now I'll click on my project. Now the last thing you need to perform, you need to commit your change. Okay, you need to just commit your code. So whenever you will commit the code, it will automatically start the deployment. Okay, so let me do it. I'll open my terminal. So here I will just write git add. Okay, then git commit -m CI/CD added git push origin main. Okay, now if I go to my repository, now if I refresh this page, now I can close this one. Now see one yellow mark you will see, right? That means your action is running. Now I'll click on action. Now see CI/CD added, it's running. Okay, I'll click here. Now continuous integration has been done. Now continuous delivery is running. Okay, that means it will install all the utilities, then it will configure your AWS credential, then it will log in with your ECR. Okay, then it will build a Docker image and push to the ECR. Okay, so let's wait. See, everything is happening automatically. Okay, so just one time setup you need to do. Then for the next time itself, you just update your code and push it to the GitHub, and it will automatically like make the changes in your EC2 instance. Okay, so it may take some time. Let's wait. Okay, I will come back once it is done. So guys, as you can see, our continuous delivery has also done. Now it has started my continuous deployment. Okay, so now let's also see that continuous deployment. So basically it will logging with your ECR and pull the images. Okay, and it will run inside your EC2 instance. Okay, so let's wait. If all the workflows run successfully, that means we are successfully like done the deployment. Okay, if there is no error, and if you are facing any error, I think you have done some mistake, you need to check. Okay, so guys, see, everything is done. uh, so guys, as you can see, everything is done. It has deployed successfully. Okay, now if I go back to my instance, okay, now let me click on the instance. I will click on instance ID. Now here you will get one IP address, public IP address. Just copy the IP address and open a okay, open up a new tab and paste it here. And if you execute, okay, you won't be seeing any application because we haven't done the port mapping. Okay, so let's also do the port mapping, because as you can see here, I mentioned my port, which is nothing but 8080. Okay, but I didn't mention this port. Okay, here. So for this, what I need to do, I will click on this security. Then here you will get something called security groups. Okay, I will click here, and here just click on edit environment rules. Okay, now just click on add rules. It should be custom TCP, and here you need to write your port. Okay, I have given port number 8080. Now just select the 000, this thing, and save rules. Okay, that's it. Now if I come here, now here I need to mention my port number. Just give this double quote, and give clone and write port number 8080. Okay, now if I hit enter, now see guys, my application is running. Okay, so we are so guys, we have successfully deployed our application. It's up and running. Now what you can do, you can start the training. Just write /train, so it will first of all train your model, then after training you can do the prediction. Okay, so here's guys, this is all about. Now if you just do any change in your code, and if you just commit it, okay, it will commit in your GitHub, and it will automatically get deployed to your AWS account. Okay, but make sure you have uncommented this line. Okay, for the second time, if I open my main.yaml, so if you are doing push for the second time, just uncomment this three line. Okay, because see, now one container is running. Okay, and it is already running my application. Okay, now if you're doing for the second time, so that container is already running, so it won't show any other container. Okay, so that's why we need to first of all stop the container and it to rerun another container. Okay, so for this you need to uncomment this line, so that it can stop the current container, and it will launch the new container. Okay, so that's why it is needed. Okay, just uncomment it and change something in your code and commit it, you will see it will change there. Okay, so we call it CI/CD deployment. That means continuous integration and continuous delivery or deployment you can talk about. Okay, so yes guys, we have successfully completed our project. Like from the very beginning we have completed deployment part also. So guys, one thing actually you need to do. See, we have like deployed our application, but let's say if you want to like stop your all the services. Okay, otherwise see, it will include some cost. Okay, so don't keep it as it is. Okay, running. Otherwise it will cost like lots of money from you. Okay, so once you have done the deployment, you just terminate all the instance you have created. So first instance actually I'm going to like terminate. First of all, let me close this window. So I'll search for my EC2. Okay, EC2. So try to terminate your instance you have created. So it's running. I'll click here. So this is my instance. Just select and click on instance state. Okay, and just terminate the instance. Okay, terminate. Click on terminate. Yeah, see, it is shut down. So everything would be deleted. Okay, see, everything would be deleted. Now I also need to delete my ECR repository. So ECR. So here I created cat dog. I'll select and simply delete. Just write delete here. It's done. Okay, now you can either delete your IAM user you have created, otherwise it's fine. Okay, but let's delete also. I'll click on user, and this is the cat dog. I'll simply delete it. Okay, so that's all. I think these are the services we have only created. Okay, so if you have liked this particular playlist, okay, just try to subscribe to my channel and try to like this and try to share this playlist with your friends and family. Okay, and try to give some feedback so that I can bring these kinds of content more in future. Okay, try to comment out. So yes guys, this is all about from this video. So thank you so much for watching this video, and I will see you next time.